We have explosive report on how plans to buy Jagaban was unraveled. My people, this life may not trust anybody. Now let your mind, Now, so the tail report, this story this evening say how suspected culprits allegedly plotted to capture Aso Rock and eliminate Jagaban and others. The Premium Times has obtained fresh evidence suggesting an elaborate plot by suspected coup conspirators to storm Nigeria's seat of power, seize the presidential villa, and capture Jagaban and his top officials in a coordinated operation that spanned military and national asset. You go find out, when you find out the names of people they assign, say, you may go buy Jagaban, they say, they storm Aso Rock, and who they say, make you go do the thing. You yourself will shock for the information. It says here, according to investigation, A.A. Hayatu, D. Yusuf, N.A. Usman, Biningua, and A.A. Yusuf were assigned to strike at the presidential villa. Now those men, now they say they set up what they call decapitation unit. Decapitation, now we say remove the neck. They set and say, you, now you in charge of this one. You, now you in charge of this one. Because Lieutenant Colonel S. Big Paul was assigned to eliminate the Chief of Defense Staff. Lieutenant Colonel P. Dankwa was tasked with taking down the Chief of Army Staff. A.A. Daudu was to target the Chief of Air Staff, while Major Jeddah was assigned to eliminate the commander of the Brigade of Guard. Sources say this phase was the operation was designed to paralyze military response and prevent organized resistance to the takeover. So they'd already planned, foresight, say anybody, or especially those of the chop with the Jagaban now, if they try to say they want match the takeover to fight us back, we just neutralize them. They already plan ahead. Also, it says here, why one team moved on to the presidential villa, another was tasked with taking control of Niger Barrack, a critical military formation overlooking the presidential villa and housing the country's top military chief. There were specific officers were allegedly assigned to eliminate the top-ranking officers, including Chief of Defense Staff and Service Chief. Additional units were designed to capture armed forces of Nigeria complex in the Gariki district of the nation's capital and secure Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, effectively cutting off military coordination and escape route. You see, it's one senior security source described the plan as highly coordinated with a clear command structure and target and timeline, suggesting it went beyond a loose conspiracy. Investigators say the network cut across operational, logistic, and psychological component from the battlefield to the coordination to the message. According to the plan, everything here, you go this shock for the information we want to share with you now. Now, what did they see for these people hand? According to what they say they catch them, they say they see gun, truck, anti-aircraft weapon, ROCC bomb, machine gun, and large quantity of ammunition. All also seized were vehicle, including Toyota Hilux truck, Volkswagen Golf, believed to have been procured for rapid development and covert movement within Abuja. Now, me to hear other matters with this thing. They are so now the names of the guys. They get more junior ones, but now the key ones that we bring. So as we talk now, Major General Garba is one of the alleged plotters. He's on the run. They say the guy did South America. Uncle Temi Silva, my uncle, they see measure, but in the other role. Is to say the thing succeed. The person where you for the shot on your mandate or now. Listen, Nigeria, the like person where you they president. After we Abacha day, they say 1 million youth ask for Abacha. Anybody where they Nigerian go to beg for you. Like, you know, they know you're a true friend, though. All those people now they call Sheyi now. The moment you say this one happen, they know call on the next day. So Sheyi, if they watch, all those when they do say that they like you. Now your papa our money where your papa is steal. That's why they buy for you. So maybe no say no true friend though for jungle. Now the first way to say before be the head now, especially for the head of state. Now be this man, Major Brigadier General Musa Abubakar Sadiq. It comes from Nasarawa State in the north central of Nigeria. Now this one I'm for the door your mandate for. Now, this is the face of the man. As you may have seen it before. Now this one, now for danger. Maybe this one now they forgiven. This one they forgiven either Chief of Defense Staff or Chief of Army Staff, because this one I be the person we say he lead the operation. Here is a Lieutenant Colonel. Now, let us now look at the analysis. These people, they have been held for 160 days. The question you should ask yourself as a Nigerian is, why is it that the Jagaban government, they have not presented these people in court? There's no court order that grants Jagaban the power to hold these people. In the eyes of the law, they are still innocent until proven guilty. Number one, the political dimension. Thanks to Jagaban and Muhammadu Buhari, Nigeria is more divided along ethnic line like never before in our history, according to some people. A situation where 99% of the alleged plotters, they come from a particular part of Nigeria, and that particular part of Nigeria have been crying that, Jagaban, don't forget that. Jagaban is mistreated, and there's been campaign in the north. According to sources, even people from more, they're talking about Jagaban. So that fits into the narrative that the first coup in Nigeria was seen as Igbo coup, which led to Nigerian civil war. And this coup has succeeded. It could have been an attempt. Just imagine, after June 12th, how would the Yorubas feel? Say, now we say our Peking want enter, they can't enter Nigeria for maybe war for don't start for Nigeria. So there's a political element, and also there is no precedent. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria where a president like Tinubu will have to deal with something like this. How do you do it? Before, they say they won't try them for military court martial there. Now Femi Falana say, now military government you did Jagaba. Why you want court martial there? You say you did civilian rule. Why you want court martial? If this thing goes to court, the onus is on the state to prove beyond reasonable doubt that these people, they are actually guilty of what the state is alleging that they have done. So the evidence will now shift to court. In the military court martial, there's no accountability, there's no transparency, there's no due process. So your gather say, they don't try them, they don't jail them for life, or they won't buy them. But in the civilian rule, that evidence when you gather, when you hang that guy because for up, when you consider, if you reach court, if you say, my lord, the evidence, they won't buy me, that's why I confess, I not do one. So you can see go for somebody's hand, you see cast on their hand, that does not make them complicit. The state has to link all those guns and the cars to say, yes, it can say they actually, we see video recording with a planner, we see their sketch, when they're doing everything they do, we see them. And those things will be proven in court. And also there is the issue of that any evidence that the state has gathered, you have to disclose the source, and these people, they'll be cross-examined in the court of law. So Jagaba and the team, they don't know how they want to handle the whole thing now, because the whole thing, if they give a sleepless night, because the evidence will be tested in the public court, and there is also the international community, the whole world, they watch how they want to handle this matter. And also, more importantly, 2027 is just around the corner. In fact, if there's any issue where they may say that Jagabano, now this one issue, because can you hold them indefinitely until after election? It's possible, But there's a growing call now that, look, you held these people for 160 days. There's no court order that grants you the power to hold them. In the eye of the law, they're innocent. If you cannot take them to court, release them. Right? So that is another thing. Another classified information that they're getting, are classified information. All those things, you go prove on. Erufai say, I dey listen to Ribadu call. You go arrest them. If you go court, Erufai go say, I dey joke, I all drink good at that day, and I just talk rubbish. He does not need to prove anything in the court. The onus is on the state. In this case, Jagaban's team, to prove beyond reasonable doubt. Say, I actually see and say, Erufai, they listen to that call. If you don't have the evidence that is listening to your call, and if you have the evidence, you would have been able to arrest Erufai before you go to Yano Panther and say, I did listen to Jagaban call. So there is no, you have to take emotion into this and look at it objectively. Because somebody talks something, it no means say you stand for court. And also, evidence you gather with torture, you no go stand for court. But for military tribunal, nobody care. There's no transparency. But here, you will held to a reasonable standard. So that is why this thing, they give Jagaban sleepless night. They say they plan coup. But how do you take it to court? And how do you get conviction? What is the political implication? How do you prove to the world that you're following due process? That is the elephant in the room. Now, we'll look the implication, because there is the issue that the trial has to be seen to be fair. Right now, there's perception that is growing that these people are being heard in a democracy without any court order. Now, let's say one go decree 101. We boy they use that and they'll detain you indefinitely. Also, weak case credibility. If you don't have any case, there's perception, even though the perception is not real. But once that perception starts fitting into the narrative, before you know it will blow. Because Nigeria right now, the tempo is very high. Things like this, it higher the tempo. Before you know, it will explode. Boom. And also, people they talk say, if to say these guys, they can't succeed now, how you as a Nigerian feel? Say you for the cry, say, our leader, when we say like us, we do the people's interest. The man cares so much. When Magafuli died for Tanzania, people they cry, say, this man changed our country. He changed our country. Say it's a Nigerian for the cry, say, Jagaban say buy. Abi, you see all this city boy movement now. All these people they hate Shein now. It's also never remember again. They say that make it General Sadiq. Now they say I General Sadiq. So people forgot his now. People will not talk now. Which I won't hear. Say I won't hear your view. Say if they celebrate, Abi for they cry. Say our leader was a caring leader. As the great man Mahatma Gandhi once said, the life of a good leader is not valued or measured by how much you leave in your bank, but the impact that you leave behind for your people. Life is short. Always think that tomorrow is not a guarantee. So those of now where the office today, just know that your legacy is what people will remember you for, not be the money you steal. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to this channel.